Yo, what's going on, folks? You guys know who's in the building. Chopper TV, Uncle Allen, MedVets, Dominican Republic. I call Uncle Al while he was on the road. So, we got to keep it quick. He in the Matrix. God knows we all need to keep him in our prayers. But Uncle Al, what's up, bro? How you feeling tonight?
I'm doing great, Free. I'm doing great.
That's good. That's good. All right, so tonight topic, you guys seen the title is Veteran Care Better Overseas, and who better to chime in than the current founder of MedVets Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. So before we get it going, you guys know how we do. We like to start the show off with a little razzle and dazzle. So let's talk to him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uncle Al, introduce us to the good folks who may not know you yet. It's their fault. They need to do their homework, but quick intro. What's going on?
Ain't nothing going on. Hey, look, I'm a retired first sergeant. I retired from the Army. I retired from the United States federal government as a contracting officer. One day I just decided to pack up my two duffel bags, and I headed to the Dominican Republic, Puerto Plata. I was there for a couple of years doing my little thing, and then I decided to develop a clinic for veterans. And I have what I say beyond doubt, unless somebody on this broadcast or whoever listens to this video can prove me wrong, I have the best third-party clinic in the world for veterans. We do everything for veterans, from washing their clothes to cutting their hair, to find them a place to stay, to teach them the language, teach them how to dance, all kind of activities as far as for their mental health and for their regular health. We have programs like a bike riding program. We have walking program. We go on excursions, take the veterans all over the island to see different parts of the island. We have great medical doctors. We have a general doctor. We have a psychiatrist. We have a physical therapist. We have a masseuse therapy lady. We also now, Chap, I had a chance to tell you this, but now we have a chiropractor and an acupuncturist, and all that is included in our clinic. And, veterans come there. They don't have to wait 30 days. They don't have to wait 45 days. They don't have to wait 60 days. Most of the veterans, if they come, they just have to come back the next day to their appointment and receive all the treatment they need, to include medicine. That's what we do at MedVets, and we appreciate folks like Chopper Pod to help us put the word out there and let veterans know. Don't be scared. If you're scared to come, if you're not in the States and you ain't getting treated right, then that's what I call self-inflicted pain. Because if there's a better place to get you treated right, then you need to pack up your bags like me and Chopper Pod did and bring your ass over here and get that care. If you don't, then that's self-inflicted pain. You can't blame nobody but yourself. All right. So any veterans out there that's scared by a dog, these streets ain't for everybody. That's why they got sidewalks. And if you waiting around 30 and 90 days to get an appointment, then that means you want to be walking on the sidewalks. And the only thing I know that walks on sidewalks is puppies and cats, not big dogs. Okay? That's my story, and I'm sticking with it, Chopper.
Listen, y'all heard the man. Yeah. Listen, you brought up a good point. How long does it take, like, say, if a veteran's watching this right now in Washington, Ohio, wherever in the States, and they're having to wait 3 months or 4 months or 5 months to get seen, how long would it take to get seen at your clinic?
At the most 24 hours. Because the veteran can come. The veteran can come the same day, but we might be booked up with other appointments. You feel me? But I guarantee he'll get in the next day, and he'll be able to run the table and everything. He'll be able to see the general doctor. He'll be able to see the psychiatrist. He'll be able to see the physical therapist. He'll be able to see the massage lady, if that's his choice, and if his service connection disabilities allow that. And then he'll be able to pick up his medicine, and then he can participate in all the other things that we do. And you can go on Instagram at MedVets DR, and you can see all the different activities that we do with the veterans that come to our clinic.
Okay, so one thing I'm glad you brought that up with the wait time. So that goes for anyone who's trying to file a claim also?
Oh, like I say, if you come in a day, we might be booked up. So you got to come in the next day. And then when you come in the next day, we will address your medical concerns. If you have concerns as far as your disability claim, we would address all that. You would not leave. You would leave with your bags full. You feel me? With information and with help and everything. Then if you decided to keep going to our clinic, then it only gets better.
Right. So we went over the stories of the wait time in the States. Do you feel after living in the DR and receiving some care there yourself and to now opening your own clinic, do you feel that veteran care through the foreign medical program is better than being treated in the States?
Depending on what type of clinic you go to, not all third-party clinics are the same. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
What we do at MedVets, like I said, nobody in the world do what we do. Okay, nobody in the world, not just the DR. I'm talking about the whole world that has third-party clinics do what we do. And we take care of the soldiers, plain and simple. So I'm not gonna give all third-party clinics because I don't know all of them. All I can do is vouch for mine. You come
Right.
to mine, you will get taken care of.
Right. So let's talk for MedVets, and we're gonna get Russell in here to chime in on a few. Also, Russell's gonna join us from Thailand.
Okay.
Let's talk MedVets, right? Say I'm a veteran and I'm watching this for the first time, and I'm going through the horse and pony dance. I'm trying to get my DD-214. I'm trying to get my appointments. I'm trying to be seen. I'm trying to get help. I'm trying to get a rating, but the states are backed up. Once I get to their doctors, the doctors don't want to help me. They don't want to give me the benefit of the doubt. They see, oh, you've been carrying 80 pounds for 5 years. You're not service connected. What is it? And it gets discouraging. Okay, Alan, I could admit that. It gets discouraging. So what can encourage someone to be like, you know what? Let me get my passport. Let me fly down to MedVets Puerto Plata, to a country I've never been in before, and go to this VA third-party clinic to get the help I need. Because we're both Army cats. It's all about motivation and hydration. So what's the motivation for someone who already gave up that journey to now jump on?
When he listen to people like you, when he go to our YouTube page and see all the different events that we've done for the soldiers that's are part of our organization, that right there alone should tell him he need to grab his duffel bags and get on the next plane smoking. Okay, and if he's smart, he'll go on our website. He'll send us an email and let us know he's coming, and we'll pick his ass up at the airport if it's in Puerto Plata. You know what I'm saying? So all he got to do, all the veteran got to do is like a PCS move. You have to invest the time. Don't come over here with no money. Don't come over here broke. Don't come over here saying that you never filed a claim, because it's better if you at least filed a claim and got rejected than not filed a claim at all. And then just come over here and we'll guide you from there.
Understood. Let's get to these comments real quick before we go on. Profe Agua, what's good? Jojo signing in. All the battle buddies checking in. What's going on? He says, good to see you again, Mr. Allen.
All right.
Chris Ross, what's happening, battle? What's going on? Blank Slate, salute, Uncle Allen.
All right, baby.
Salute. Thank you all veterans for joining in. Make sure you guys check in with your battle buddies. Send them this video, especially if they can't make the live, especially when after the live is done. A lot of information out there, because I'm getting a lot of veterans, right? You guys are stateside. It's taking you 6 months to be seen, 4 months to be seen. Once you get seen, the doctors ain't listening to you. They're not documenting the right stuff. You're not getting the right medication. Listen, save yourself the headache. Hop on a plane to Puerto Plata. Go to MedVets. Get seen. Uncle Allen will take care of you. Jojo asks, how will the VA be able to document those visits in DR? Great question.
Oh, you want me to answer that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, once you visit us, then it's up to you to get on e-benefits and email the visits to them, to the VA.
Okay. So it's as simple as you guys sending documents or doctor's notes.
Yes.
And you just get on e-benefits. I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah.
Me, I think I use the Blue Note or My Health eVet.
Mm-hmm.
And I just emailed everything to my
provider. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. My Healthy Vet too. You can do it on the e-benefits, and you can do it on My Healthy Vet. Send it to your doctor, and they'll get the notes.
Okay.
You know, what veterans got to realize when they're trying to improve their claim, 99.9% of the effort is on you. If your ass is lazy, you get what you get. If you're proactive and you don't procrastinate and you send the paperwork to them, when you get ready to file your claim, all that information there, and your chances are 100% better than you waiting for somebody to do it. Don't wait for somebody to do it. Don't go out here and pay somebody $1,500 to do nothing. You can do it yourself. That's why when you come to our clinic, I tell you straight up, I'm 100%. My check come every month. But if you want to be like me, if you want to be like Mike, or you want to be like Uncle Allen, then you won't procrastinate. You'll do what I tell you to do, and then we can celebrate and do the cha-cha-cha in about between 4 and 6 months later. But you, the veteran, you got to put in the effort. Ain't nobody gonna take care of your claim better than you.
Amen. Say that again. K Mac, what's going on? Thank you for checking in. So I lost my train of thought there because I had a very important question. So we upload to eBenefits. Now, what about those veterans who aren't so tech savvy? Do you have anyone at the clinic who can help them set up, the My Health event, the VA.gov logins, all that stuff?
My employees at the clinic will square you away. Free. When I tell you that you will be taken care of, the only thing I got is credibility. If you come to my clinic and you decide to be a part of my clinic, you will get taken care of. Period. I don't know how else. I don't know how else to say it. It's like when the first sergeant tell you to be at formation at 7:30, your dusty ass better be there at 7:30. It's simple. So if you come into my clinic and you trying to get help and you trying to get squared away, I'm gonna take care of your dusty ass. All right. And when you leave there, you're gonna look like a new pair of shiny boots. It's that simple. You know what I mean?
Oh, at first I would say be there at 7:30, gotta be there at 7:20.
Yes, sir. You know what time it is. It don't change just cause you didn't left the service and you out here running the streets unsupervised. It don't change. You got to be at the appropriate place at the appropriate time. You got to have the proper paperwork, the proper documentation. You got to do what you need to do, execute, and you'll be a happy veteran. If not, then you'll be wandering around lost and you'll be sitting there crying, talking about you can't get no help. You don't know where to go to get no help. And you got shows like this that's telling you where you can go and get the help that you need and get the service that you need.
If any veterans who have checked in at MedVets Puerto Plata or watching this live stream, please drop a comment. Let me know. I'll probably drop the link. Have you guys come up, give your own testimonies, because that's basically what we have whenever we leave the state and we don't have, that VA, big VA brand on the side of a building, whatever. We have each other. We have each other, and we have, like Uncle Allen said, the proof. So, like I said, guys, Uncle Allen's on the road. He stopped by to talk to you guys. So all of you veterans who are still stateside, because I was just talking to one today, a good friend of mine in Florida, who just got his DD-214. The VA just sent his DD-214. They're trying to get it from him for 2 years. So now they're talking about appointments coming up in the next 4 months. That's ridiculous. In 4 months, less than that, you could book a flight, go to the clinic out there in the DR, get your appointments, get your medication, all that stuff. Okay, Alec, can you talk to the folks a little bit about the intent to file and how important that is, and how does that help your clinic?
Okay, when a veteran comes to our clinic and they talk to us about a claim, we ask them to submit an intent to file because that gives us a year to gather all the information. You got to understand, if you're filing a claim, and it's got to be at least 6 months or more, because 6 months or more mean it's chronic. Okay, you can't file a claim for the cold because the cold is what you call acute. It'll come and it go, and you're not gonna get no disability compensation for that. So you got to at least have 6 months of documentation for whatever you file. So the letter of intent gives us a year to gather all that information. You understand? So if we file today, we got until May of next year to file our claim, but they're going to pay us as effective today. You feel me?
Right.
So we got a whole year to gather the documentation. We got a whole year to go to the doctor to set up all the doctor notes. We got time to prepare. Okay. Because some veterans may went to the service, been out 10 years, and these elements is just coming up, and they never thought about going to the VA or whatever. So we have to prepare the documents so we can put everything service connect, get everything in line for service connection.
Okay,
Does
cool.
that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. So if people ask, okay, hey, what's the difference between the doctors doing my exams at MedVets versus the doctors in the States?
It ain't no difference. A doctor's a doctor. Simple. A doctor is a doctor. We prefer you to do your claim in the States so we can establish a basement. Okay? Because sometimes you have rating specialists that be hating on foreign doctors for whatever reason, whatever prejudice, whatever reason they have. So we prefer you to at least start a claim and get some kind of answer while you're in the States. Then from there, we pick up the pieces and put them all together. But there's no difference. A doctor is a doctor. If you're fighting in Iraq and an Iraqi doctor take care of you, you ain't gonna stand there and ask him, hey, what's the difference between you and an American doctor? You ain't gonna ask him that dumb shit. So why are you gonna ask me that dumb shit? Come on now. Let's use common sense, okay? A doctor's a doctor, period. You know what I mean? I don't have no bootlegged doctors. I don't have no doctors that's in the basement somewhere. I got doctors that been to the University of Santo Domingo. You know what I'm talking about, free. These is bona fide doctors. The only reason why they're in the DR is because the DR don't let them go to the United States. That's the only reason why. But trust me, if they could go to the United States, guess where they'd be at?
In the hospitals.
They'd be in the hospitals in the United States, but they can't do that. So we don't have no fake doctors. We don't have no pretend doctors or anything like that. And if you feel that, my type of clinic is like that, let me give you a tip. Stay your ass at home. Stay at home. I have a duty. I came into service when I was 17 years old. I made first sergeant. I got out when I was 37. 20 years and 6 months. I have a duty to the alumni that I am established to, right? I'm not going to put my credibility or I'm not going to put my credibility online just because. No, it took me 1.5 years to develop that clinic. And like I told you, I got the best third-party clinic in the world. Not in the community, not in the neighborhood, not in the country. I'm talking about in the world. And if anybody knows somebody that does it better than I do, let me know, because then I want to see what they're doing so I can copy. You feel me?
Let them know.
Yes, sir.
It ain't a versus battle. If they doing something better, you'll do it also.
Yes, sir. It ain't no versus. Ain't nobody compete. There's certain people that don't go in versus, and they don't go in versus because they know can't nobody compete with them. You feel me?
End of the day, it's all about help for you guys.
Yes. It's about, and at the end of the day, it's all about helping veterans. I got Vietnam veterans in there. I got Afghanistan veterans in there. I got Desert Storm veterans. I got female veterans. I got male veterans. And I even got LBGT veterans coming to my clinic. So I must be doing, I ain't bragging. No bullshit, I am. I'm doing something right for these folks that want to come to my clinic because they got options. All right. And I'm talking to the guy in Florida. If you're near Miami or Fort Lauderdale, it's 2 hours to come to my clinic. 2 hours and 30 minutes to come to my clinic. Because I told you, if you send me an email and let me know you land in Puerto Plata, I'll pick you up. So you really ain't got no excuse unless you broke. And then I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I'm gonna pull up the MedVets.
Pull it up, free, because they think I'm on here. I'm driving on the highway. I pull over the road. I'm in some McDonald's parking lot. I don't know if you can see it. I'm in some McDonald's parking lot trying to talk to vets. You know what I mean? So if I didn't care, I wouldn't waste my time in this McDonald's parking lot trying to talk to these vets. Sometimes veterans are their worst enemy.
All right, guys. So let's go through the website real quick. This is the official website, medvetsdr.com, the official website of Medvets in the Dominican Republic. So you got everything right here. Medvets is a third-party healthcare facility specializing in the healthcare needs of service-connected disabled veterans. So, like Uncle Alan said, you guys have to be service-connected disabled. If you don't have your service-connected disability, but you're trying to get it, that's also the right place to go to. They will take care of you, and the wait time won't be as crazy, right? You'll get your medication. You'll be in nice weather. You could go down to the Malecon as you wait for your MRI results. Listen, guys, this is all about helping yourselves as veterans, right? You did your time, you did your service, you got out honorably, but you're just not getting your help in a timely fashion or any type of fashion. So this is the website right here. Healthcare services, relocation services for any of you guys who want to move overseas, recreational activities, and much more. What's new that you guys have added this year?
We've added the chiropractor, we added the acupuncturist, and we specialize in foot care. You got diabetics that needs their foot taken care of, and we specialize in that too. So those are the new features that we added this year. It's in a total new building.
Totally new building. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to get that some footage of that building on up. But you mentioned the chiropractors and the acupuncturists. Somebody chime in on the comments for me. Can you get that from the VA in the States? Because I sure don't think so.
Nah,
I don't recall.
like I say, I'm in Washington D.C. right now. I went to the VA day before yesterday. You can't get that.
So we got some comments. Blank says, "I wish we had Uncle Alan here in Colombia."
You tell Blank State, hold that thought, because I'm giving them a chance to prove if their self-worth. I can just tell you like Dion, Blank Slate, I'm coming.
We coming. We won't be seen. And introducing our next guest tonight, special veteran coming out of Thailand. You guys know Uncle Russell, Taylor Made Dreams. Uncle Russell.
Big Russ.
What's up, Al? How you doing, brother?
What's up, baby?
All right. What is going on, gentlemen? It's early in the morning here, so you guys gotta excuse me, man. My voice, I'm just waking up. I heard nephew's call, so I said, all right, time to get up, do the damn thing.
Thanks, Doc. Yeah, I saw your live last night. You went on from like 7, 8 a.m. over here.
Yeah. So now it's the other way around.
That's good. Oh, thank you for coming on tonight. I wanted to have you on because you were there in the Dominican Republic along with Alan before he took over the clinic. So I would like you to talk about how important was it for you and the difference in care you saw as a veteran when you moved overseas to the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, I mean, having those clinics, it's sort of like having a home away from home. Al's clinic, man, what I like about Al's clinic, man, it feels like camaraderie. It feels like home. It feels like brotherhood. So, and it's good and it's cool, man, to have that safe space. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time as men, we don't want to show our vulnerabilities or let people really know what we think. But it's cool when you have that space, especially living overseas, man, because you're away from everything that's familiar to you. And when you have a space, man, that you can go to, that you can just get somebody to hear what you're thinking. Sometimes, man, just having a chat with somebody, man, somebody telling you it's going to be all right. Somebody telling you, man, I understand. It goes a long way, man. It goes a long way. And like I said, a lot of times, we don't want to feel, we as men don't want to feel vulnerable. But, when you go through things, especially, going in the military and seeing deaths and just a lot of stuff that a lot of civilians don't understand, having that safe space, man, is vital and necessary to your mental well-being. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Perfect way to put it. We was just talking earlier about that camaraderie overseas, where it's like a certain bravado I feel veterans in the States have to put on, you know, especially when they're trying to be seen or when it's something they need to be seen for and they don't want to talk about it, whether it's a broken foot or depression or any anxiety. And I'm glad you really brought that up, that there's a difference in that bravado once you got up and you left and you moved to the Dominican Republic. So I want to ask you, before you moved, did you have a chance to stop by the new MedVets?
Several times. Yeah, several times.
Okay, and give us your personal experience about it to any veterans like stateside who are on the fence or thinking about making that trip down there.
No, I think they should. You got to remember, you know, like I said, overseas, man. You want to feel like there's some sort of community that you can go to. And it's not to say that you go overseas and now you just want to hang out with a bunch of Americans. You know, of course, you're going to hang out with, you know, with and meet and greet and fall into the culture, but you definitely want some sort of familiarity wherever you at, you know, especially overseas. And I've talked about it on my show a number of times. You know, I've been fighting depression for 30 years. And depression doesn't go away just because your ass packed up and moved. Trust me, it don't. It does get better. It's also helps when you have that support system to help it get better. So it's sort of like, you know, the OU. Well, this is help me help you. So, you know, and like I said, you know, a lot of times, man, I remember my mother. You know, I remember sometimes, man, she used to just like look sad. You know, I used to ask my mom, man, I said, Mom, you know, what's wrong? And my mother used to tell me, you know, nobody loves me. And I used to be like, Mom, why are you saying that? We all love you. What are you talking about? I said, Mom, I got on the plane and came to see you. And I didn't understand what she was saying at the time, but she was fighting depression as well. And sometimes, man, you just need to be reminded that somebody cares about you. You know, sometimes it's you just need to be reminded, man, that somebody actually care about me, my condition, what's going on with me. And like I said, man, it doesn't take a lot. I think it takes a lot of strength upon the veteran to get over there to actually do it, because a lot of times, like I said, whether it's manhood, especially like growing up, like in the era me and Al grew up in, man, it was like, you know, you suck it up. You know, if you went to see a doctor, they tell you, man, you crazy. But, you know, I tell cats, man, take more strength to go get help for yourself than that other bullshit. Because I told them, man, you know, unfortunately, our elders didn't know. They didn't understand. And it's because of the lessons that they were taught. You know what I'm saying? And the times that they were living in. But in these modern times, man, you know, I think if you need help, you need to go get help. And like I said, I've been dealing with it, and I've been getting help for the last 30 years for my depression. I'm not ashamed to say it. I live overseas. I have you know, a good life. But every now and then, man, it's hard to get out that bed, man. Every now and then, it's hard to just get outside. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I have that support system with me that people will call me if they know if I don't show up at certain, you know, places or they haven't heard from me around. They're like, hey, man, you know, you're off. You know, your pattern is off. And I think Al provides that if your pattern is off, you know, they reach out and call somebody, man, and be like, hey, you know, you coming by the clinic, you know, we haven't heard from you today, or send you a little text message, man. A lot of those little details, like they say, the devil's always in the details, but you'd be surprised how those small things add up. It ain't the large things. Anybody can throw a party. Anybody can, you know, say, man, we all getting together and throw an event. But it's those little small things, man, when somebody actually takes a moment out to call you, to text you, to stop by. Those are the things that matter. Those are the things that add up, that help prevent, you know, somebody from having, you know, a catastrophic breakdown or anxiety and all that other stuff.
Okay. And Alan, what do you have to say on that?
I mean, Russell put it in a nutshell. You know, what a lot of people got to realize is I call Rosa the Black Moses of the DR, because he laid the pathway for veterans like me and so many other folks to come over there and see that there was a second chance and a better opportunity than the one that we were facing as veterans in the United States. You know, as I said before, if a veteran's going through changes and he know there's a better way or a better alternative to make him feel better, it's self-inflicted if he don't take advantage of that opportunity. You know, you could tell a grown man so many things, but if a grown man don't act like a grown man, then he gonna end up having grown men problems. And we try to help out with those problems. One of the things that Russell mentioned is that every Monday we call everybody in our clinic. Hey, how you doing? You know, how was your weekend? Is there anything you want to need? It's the small things that separate the things that we do from everybody else. The small things: washing your clothes, giving you a call, checking on you, letting you know, seeing if you're all right, sending our doctors to your place of residence to make sure that you're all right. Morale calls. That's what we do, and that's what we try to make better, you know. So I agree everything what he says. You know, you can't fight depression if you want to be depressed. You understand what I mean?
Right.
You
And
can't.
that's huge what you say, you know, on the just the Monday checkups and sending doctors to your place on residence. Because from my time when I was still living in the States, going to the VA, I wasn't getting none of that. You know, maybe I get
No,
the phone once every 3 months. Or hey, you're gonna make your appointment. Hey, you're gonna come pick up these pills. But that's really something. That's special. Russ, so how do you feel your veteran care has changed since you moved to Thailand?
Um, my veteran care. Well, let me talk about the healthcare. The healthcare in Thailand is top 100%. You know, Thailand has Bumrungrad Hospital, which is the fifth hospital in the world. So I think it's absolutely awesome. As far as my veteran care right now, there's no like veteran liaison office like Al has in DR, so it's still fresh. Um, so a lot, basically, man, it's like vets sort of helping vets get together. As we did like on my show yesterday, man, you know, a lot of cats that were there yesterday were vets. So you know that camaraderie, that sense of community is there, and people, there's a chat line that most expats in, just like we have one in the Dominican Republic, for us to reach out and check up on each other, tell each other about events and so on and so forth like that. But it's basically just been, like I said, without that office, just kind of vets getting together and just kind of looking each other eyes, man, and and sharing stories and a beer or whatever, man, breaking bread with one another.
Mm-hmm. Okay, definitely. Yeah, that was looking like a great get together yesterday in Thailand. If you guys missed it, go check out TMD's video. Richie Mack was there, Chocolate Man was there. It was like a great get together. So let's get to some of
Yeah.
these comments. Profe asks, do you accept local health insurance if a vet were to be seen for non-service connected illness?
No.
Okay, quick and easy.
No.
Jojo says, and this is going to be my next question. Jojo says you need to think to bring that clinic in Brazil. What's going on?
Jojo, don't get Chopper Pot fired up, man. We working on it. We working on it. You know what I'm saying? Tell him we working on it.
Y'all gotta be fired up. I text out at least once a week, like, hey, when's the clinic coming down here?
Yes, he does. He does.
We get one out here and one in Thailand. You know, we be set. Basically clinics in the 3 hubs for veterans worldwide: Dominican Republic, Thailand, Brazil. You know, I'd be a very, very happy camper.
Yeah, and you got to remember, man, that especially for Black veterans, man. I mean, there's for years there's been nothing for us, and I don't want to make it about a colorism thing, but I mean historically, Black vets have been left out, and it's only like recently, man. I would say within the last 15 years that I think that the government has actually started paying attention because they had to, because because the cries were getting louder, and they start to have to pay attention to it. And now with Black veterans, moving overseas, and the numbers increasing, because it is increasing. Trust me. When I came to Thailand this time, like back in October, man, I haven't seen that many African Americans in Thailand ever in my life. And like I said, a lot of these cats are vets. And I care about the vets no matter what the color. There is no, there's no differentiating with that as far as me as vets. If you're a vet, man, I'm cool with you, except if you're an asshole, because we got assholes and everything. But like I said, man, but like I said, for a very long time, I think Black vets have been left off and left out as far as even getting VA benefits. Man, I never knew nothing about it, but a lot of white veterans, they pass that information down to their sons, to their friends, to their nieces, to their nephews. And I think, like I said, within the last 15 years, we just finally caught on to that boat, to actually even get that financial as well as that mental health, that physical health, whatever you may need.
Okay, perfect. So how do you see the veteran community out there in Thailand? And Uncle Allen, he could chime in for the Dominican Republic too. So because there might be some veterans stateside who maybe scared to go alone, or they don't have nothing. They're like, man, to pack up, go to another country, and just for care and stuff like that. So how do you guys both see like the veteran community that you're in your own respective countries?
I see it as, especially cats who never travel, who don't have those connections, who can't reach out to me, even though they can't. I've been doing consultations for years, reach out to other people overseas. That's a good spot. That's like I said, that provides that safe landing. So like I said, when you go to DR, there's a med vet clinic out there. Al has a website. When I get there, if I need information, if I need to know can I get on that expat chat line at heart? If you need to know how can I, if you get in trouble, let's say if something small comes up, or if you need to know an attorney to talk to, that serves sort of as a hub, for cats to go to. So at least you have that one source of that one resource that when you get there, man, you feel like, hey, I at least got one safe space. You know what I'm saying? At least got one safe space, because it provides resources for you, especially if you never traveled down there. They're not going to ask you how many times you've been to DR. They're going to be like, welcome in. What do you need? What can we help you with? What can we get for you? What can we do for you? What are your needs?
Mm-hmm. What about you, Alan?
Well, like I said, Russell is the Black Moses of the DR, and he set the blueprint for anybody to follow. In the Army, we had the support chain. In the Army or in the Navy, it might have been called something else. Anytime you got a support chain, you're going to be more successful than not having nothing. MedVets provides that support chain. Like I say, you could come to MedVet and we'll wash your clothes, give you a haircut, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you got a support chain, gives you a chance to get your sea legs together. And once you got your sea legs together, then you can walk on the quarterdeck. But until you get your sea legs, you can't walk on the quarterdeck. Until you get your legs together, they ain't gonna put you out there on guard duty. I don't know if they do guard duty in the service anymore, like I used to do, but they just ain't gonna throw you out there. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the veteran has to reevaluate their situation and make the necessary adjustments. If you waiting 6 months, 90 to 6 months to make an appointment, and there's some place where it can take you 24 hours to get all the care you need, then you need to make that adjustment. And if you can't make that adjustment, all right, then you need to do whatever you need to do so you can get to the point where you can make the adjustment. All right. At the end of the day, whatever you do as a veteran, 99.9% starts and stop with you. You got to put in the effort, because ain't nobody knocking on your door talking about, hey, you want VA benefits? Ain't nobody doing that.
Mm-mm.
Ain't nobody doing that. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about you. And the browner your skin is, I hate to say it, it's a proven fact. The browner your skin in, the less they gonna even want to do with you. You know what I mean? So you got to listen to people like Russell. You got to listen to people like me. Even though we old heads, we do got some sense. Okay, and you know what I mean? All those things that we did in like Afghanistan, Iraq, Vietnam, Desert Storm, we might have a chest full of ribbons, but I guarantee you, them damn ribbons don't mean shit when you come out here in the real world. When you come out here in the real world, they ain't asking you, let me see your ribbons. They say, do you have a resume? And if you stand there looking at them cross-eyed because you don't know how to put together a resume, then you got problems. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
We try to, when I say we, folks like Russell and me, we try to make it a little bit easy for veterans, all right? Because that's our nature. That's where we came from. So we try to make it a little bit easier for veterans. But at the end of the day, a veteran ain't gonna be successful if he don't try to be and if he don't try to find success within himself. It's just that simple. You feel me?
Amen.
Yeah, and just let me add to what Brother Al said. Sometimes, man, and Al is 100% correct. I don't dispute anything he says, but I know, man, sometimes it just takes that encouragement. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't get my benefits because one day I woke up and said I'm gonna go for every benefit I know. It was people encouraging me, man. It was people like, yo, man, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And I've started doing that with people, man. I've encouraged other people who didn't have any VA benefits, and I stayed in their ass, and they finally got up and started doing something about it. They finally got up and started moving. But like I said, man, and when you find that encouragement, man, and like I said, you go to a place like MedVets, then you find even more people encouraging. All right, well, so you got 60%. Now you got 3 or 4 people tell you go for that 70, that 8. Now you got 10 people telling you, don't stop there. So like I said, sometimes it takes that little bit of encouragement too. But at the end of the day, like Al said, it's all up to you. It's all up to you. But we have to, it's like I said, especially as Black veterans, have to constantly encourage each other. And I don't find that to be a chore. I find that to be an honor because that's something that we need to pass down to each other.
Mm-hmm.
That is our legacy. That's my legacy. That's Russell's legacy, to do whatever we can in whatever capacity that we can help veterans be a little bit better tomorrow than they were today. That's what we live for. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have the we had the Sony reel to reel. You feel me? We had the reel to reel. Now they got what do they have now? Now they got flash drives. But we had the reel to reel. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Now they streaming.
Okay, now they streaming. You know what I'm saying? We used to drink Thunderbird. Now they drinking caramel Crown Royal. You know what I mean? But between the Thunderbird and the Crown Royal is a whole lot of experience and a whole lot of love and dedication in making these veterans better than we were. You feel me? Make it better, make them better than what we were. Okay, and that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing behind what Russell do with his expat channel. That's the whole thing that I try to do with MedVets, is to make the person that believe in us a little bit better than what they were before they did believe in us. That's what it's all boiled down to.
Definitely. Let's get the first super chat tonight on the way. Thank you, Mr. G, for the donation. He says, speaking some real stuff. Love my job, but it's a daily struggle. Being in the matrix doesn't help much. Sooner or later, I'm going to go for TDIU and move.
Can I comment on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Put it back up for a minute. Okay, so Mr. G says, seeking some real stuff. Love my job, but it's a daily struggle. I'm gonna tell you, man, I had one of the best jobs working for the government. My final years, one of the best jobs. Traveled all over the country, and got paid for it. Racked up merit points, racking up points for, like I said, plane, getting, going on vacation, man, for like several years. I didn't even pay for a hotel or no plane ride because of my job. I was racking up so many points because I stayed on the road. And you could have a job, man, that you absolutely love, but that struggle, man, that weight. After a while, even if you're doing something that you love, man, that weight is going to. It's just going to be. It's just it for me. It just got to be too unbearable. It was too much weight to hold. You know how the old saying, God only give you what you can carry. But me, man, I just couldn't carry it no more. That's why I walked in my office one day, man. I looked at that cubicle, man. I told him, I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. I didn't retire the whole 20 years and you throw the big party, man. I didn't even know I was done. I walked in that office one day, man, and I just said, I can't do this shit no more. And I love what I did, Now I had switched jobs from the one I just previously was telling about, and I was in another position for a few years. I was in more of a management position, but even with that, man, I loved what I did. I had great people that worked around. I had great people that worked under me, but man, the just all the crap that's going on in the matrix, man, because you got to understand, as black men, man, I would say people, man, that we suffer from post-traumatic slave disorder. And that shit is real. That shit is not fake. And I tell you, and I got one of my partners, man, my boy Jeffrey, who is one of the coolest dudes, man. Me and his brother's been super cool for so many years. And I've had to tell him, man, we live in different Americas, dude. And I remember one day, man, we were on the road, we were working together. And we went to a club. We was coming home, man. We pulled up in the 7-Eleven. We got out to, grab something to drink, get some water or Gatorade or whatever we want to do. And, man, you could just see these two cops. We was in Florida, man, just staring at us. So when we came outside, I said, yo, Jeff, you got to drive. He says, why I got to drive? I said, bro, because if I drive, we getting pulled over. And I said, I don't know how this night's going to play out. And he was like, oh, man, you being paranoid. I said, bro, listen to me. You got to take the wheel. And I'm going to tell you, as we walk back towards the car, right, you see the two cops just staring at us, right? And now Jeff is kind of catching on to what I was saying. And now when we got towards the car and we split up, and I went to the passenger side and he went to the driver's side, one of the cops literally just hit the top of the car. And we was in the car. He was like, man, he said, they were waiting for you. And I said, that's what I'm trying to tell you. And he said, man, you know something, Russ? All the time we talk about this. He says, man, I always thought you just being a little sensitive. And he said, brother, I get it now. He says, I get it now. I get it now. And I'm saying that to say that weight, man, of always having a black man show up, because in America, man, listen, I can't hide this. You know what I'm saying? I can't hide this. But overseas, when you go to places, man, I'm just a dude. I like showing up places and I'm just a guy. I'm just a dude. And people always ask me, what's one of the things you like about living overseas? I said, because I ain't black no more. And they're like, what do you mean? I said, I'm just a dude. I'm a gringo, I'm a farang, but when people see me, it's not, oh, I see the black dude. When I walk in the stores, nobody want to know if I can't afford anything in there. I can walk in the best neighborhood. Nobody don't think I can't afford to live there or I should be there. I said, it's a big difference, man. And like I said, man, after a while with that job, man, I walked in that office one day, man, and I couldn't do it no more. I'm out. Filed my paperwork, and I'm glad I had my VA benefits in order, in line, because that helped secure for me doing other things and being able to take care of myself. So it's important for vets, all vets, to go out there, man, and get those benefits that you're entitled to, get the help that you need. And like I said, man, if you decide that you want to do something, that you have other options, which I'm telling you, and that's all my channel has always been about, that you have other options, that you go out there, man, you seek those up, you seek those greener pastures. Yeah, the grass is a bit greener. Yes, I'm telling you. Yes, the water is cooler. So when somebody say, "Hey, the water ain't no cooler," I'm telling you, they lying to you. But like I said, having that support system, like what Al has done overseas, that helps people be able to stay over there. Because there's so many people who have moved overseas and have ran into a bad situation and they just left. You know, it's
Mhm.
like I can't deal with it. They've been scammed by Americans. They've been scammed by the foreign people where they were at, and they didn't have that resource that they can go to and say, "Hey, what's wrong with this picture?" and uh and I think having that resource like what Al's doing, man, that will help save you a lot of time and trouble, man. It really will. Having that resource so that you can continue on your journey, so that you can enjoy your options, enjoy your new safe space, your place of living. All that's important, man. Devil's always in the details, bro. It's always in the details.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I like to charm off for us. Uh, I had a 6-figure job. I had a 6-figure job. I was making 6 figures. Matter of fact, I was making over $120,000 a year. You can divide that by 12. You know how much I was bringing home. But I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. So like Russ, I walked in one day and I told him I was done. They said, "No, you ain't." I said, "I can show you better than I can tell you." I packed my shit and I left. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not happy, you ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing like if you're in a relationship. If every day you walk through the door and your old lady or your LBGT partner ain't got your meal done or ain't got the basic things that you expect them to be done, and you put up with that, then that's your fault. Ain't nobody's fault but your own. It ain't no
Mhm.
different. You walking through the door, and every time you walk through the door, they punch you in the eye. Well, if you keep getting punched in the eye and you keep taking it, whose fault is that? That's your fault. Ain't nobody's fault but your own. So we made decisions. We made decisions that we realized that what we were doing was not our best interest. We reevaluate the situation, and then we made the necessary adjustment. And I think I can't speak for us, but I can speak for myself. I know I did the right thing. You feel me? I know I did the right thing, and I'm at peace, and I'm happy because when that weight is on your back, I'm telling you, man, you don't see the weight, but you feel it, and it brings you down, 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 down. You got to do something to take that weight off you. You don't see it, but I'm telling you, that weight is on you. Ask any brother that went overseas to the DR, to Thailand. As soon as they land, the weight was gone. But
Hmm.
as soon as they start coming back, that damn weight jump on your back and it stay on your back until you make the right move, until you decide to go back. And once you go back, the weight is gone. What then it's telling you something. It's telling you that you need to be where you are at instead of where you've been. Okay? That's
Hmm.
what it's telling. You need to be where you at instead of where you've been. And at MedVets and what Russell do, we try to provide people with an opportunity of a support channel, give them some guidance so they don't have to come over there butt naked like we did. Because when we came over there, when Russ came over there, it's kind of butt naked, you know what I mean?
It's all but
Yeah, it's butt naked, It was a little bit better when I came over there, and Chapel Park when you came over there it was a little bit better. But it's not cool going someplace being butt naked, and we provide the way you, Chapapan, Brazil, me here in the DR, Russell in Thailand. We provide a way so veterans can have information track and know how they can do things and know how to maneuver. That's what I'm trying to say. They know how to maneuver. Okay,
Mhm.
when you know how to maneuver, you can execute better.
Mhm.
mm,
And both of you gentlemen brought up great points. Where Alan's saying he didn't think he made the right choice. He knows. I felt that 100% once I left. It feels so good, veterans, because listen, it's not you. All right, we all go through it. We all wake up. You could be 100% and 20 years retired, and you in the states, and you have those days like Russ said, where you just don't want to get out of bed or you don't want to do anything, and it's not you. You have Alan who's going to DR. You have Russ who's from DR to Thailand. Change your location. What are you doing to help yourself? Right. Both guys here are extending their hand, the olive branch, like, hey, you got Russ's channel for you guys don't know. Tailor-Made Dreams, TV, worldwide. I'm showing you guys how to live in XYZ ABC and be happy, right? You have Alan, who's giving you the grass is green on the other side, and veteran care. So it's all about you guys having to want to seek the help. And once you seek the help, you stick to it because the help wants to help you, right? I know a veteran, I'm not going to put his name out there, but he went to the Dominican Republic with a 10% rating. 10%. Went to his clinics, went to his appointments. A year later after filing, he's now at 90%.
All right.
And he's at 90% in a happier environment where the weather is no less than 90 degrees, where he could drive down to the beach, where he could get a nice presidente, some mama juana, some arroz con pollo y habichuelas, sit on a malecón, kick it with the expats, all while he's being helped. Now, who doesn't want something like that? Meanwhile, guys are still struggling to work in the States while they're 100%, be depressed while working. Nobody's understanding them, or if they try to explain, people are doubting them. Listen, no one is going to help you more than you need to help yourself.
Amen.
You got to help yourself first. No excuses, make adjustments. Help yourself first. I remember a saying I heard a long time ago: God doesn't help those who don't help themselves.
Exactly. And I chime on that and saying the maximum effective range of an excuse is 0. That's the maximum effective range of an excuse is 0. You know what I mean? When me and Russell was coming up, we ain't had no YouTube channel. We had shit. Matter of fact, we used to lick stamps or walk around with a pocket full of quarters trying to find a payphone so we can call home. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had it. We ain't have brothers like this now. We didn't have that. So brothers that's out there now that's listening to this channel, you ain't got no excuse. If you in your self-inflicted pain, stay there. But like Chapel Pa say, you know, whether it's Thailand or the Dominican Republic, it's hot. Trust me. When I tell you, boo-boo, it's hot. It's hot. Okay? The ocean is blue. Matter of fact, the ocean has got like 7 different color blues. Right? You can walk up and down the street and ain't got to worry about somebody jumping out trying to snatch you up. Right? You ain't got to worry about the cops. You know what I'm saying? You get them 500 pesos, they all right. You know what I mean? But you ain't got to worry about none of that, and you got a peace of mind. A peace of mind is so important. A peace of mind is what it's all about. You got a peace of mind. Folks like Russell, folks like Chapel Pa, folks like me, all we trying to do is give you a peace of mind. But you got to want it. If you don't want it, then you know you're gonna stay miserable. Nobody want to be around misery. Misery has no company. Nobody want to be around you. Nobody want to have nothing to do with you. You just can be miserable by yourself. You can be sorry by yourself. Don't nobody want to be around you. Not mama, not daddy, not auntie, not uncle, not the girlfriend you used to bang with in high school, not the girlfriend you seeing now. She gonna leave you because she don't want to be around misery. So fix that problem. Fix the problem, right? And if you need some help, hit me up on my website, and I'll do whatever I can to help you out. And I'm sure Russell and Chapel Pa do the same thing. But look, gentlemen, hey, Chapel Pa, Russ, I got to get. I'm on the road. I'm here in DC. I got to get to my destination. Chapel Pa, I appreciate everything that you've done, Russ. You know how I feel about you, Russ. You know what I'm saying? You're the Black Moses. When I was growing up, we had Isaac Hayes. He was the Black Moses. Russell's the Black Moses of the DR. A lot of brothers don't want to say it because they try to be cool, but Russell has saved a whole lot of brothers' lives. Russell Tailor-Made Dreams has saved a whole lot of brothers' lives. Okay, that say something. When you can hang that on your wall and leave it as a legacy, you know, God has approved that, so nobody can change that. He has that approval. God has given him that approval because he has changed a whole lot of folks' lives. You know what I mean? That's what he has done. Very important, man. Like, hey, if you're in Puerto Plata, you want to come check me off at the clinic. The coffee's always hot. You know, I guarantee you from the moment you open the door, you're going to be greeted with warm smiles. Okay? You don't have to worry about coming to my clinic and somebody who was pissed off the day before is asking you, can I help you? Ain't none of that shit going on in my clinic. All right. So come on by, give us a try. You know, like I said, the coffee is always hot. Chopper pot, I gotta go. Next time you need me for anything, holler at me. All right. And Russ, I'll be by your way soon.
All right, man.
All right, man.
I appreciate you pulling over and taking the time to talk to us. Drive safe.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Be safe.
All right.
Yeah, Russ. All right, guys. That was Uncle Alan. Make sure you guys go check him out. Russ, I know you just woke up, so I don't want to keep you too long. But what are some words of encouragement for any veteran, right now stateside who just needs to hear something and be like, you know what? I don't want to wait 6 months in Texas or Florida or Oregon for an appointment. I don't want to wait 2 years to hear back for a rating. I don't want to go see a doctor who's not even paying attention to my needs, my issues. What is some encouragement that you could give to those folks who are, on the fence, are leaning towards, flying overseas to get treated, to get looked at, but to also living overseas full time?
I would say, man, first of all, you have options. And unfortunately, a lot of us think we don't have any options. They think the way it is the way it is. And I'm telling you, you are absolutely wrong. You have options. You have more options than you even realize. Like I said, there is that safe space, brother. And there is, it just takes you to get that plane ticket, get on a plane, and follow up with healing yourself. If there's nothing wrong with coming down to DR, going into MedVet, saying, hey, I'm here on a vacation. I'm here for 10 days, whatever. What can you do? At least go and talk to somebody. It won't take you 10 days to get no appointment. You go to you call up the VA, it might take 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and then, man, they wind up doing more frustrated, what's wind up frustrating you more than you actually getting help. And I'm telling you, man, it's a different attitude. It's a different process. You have more options. The thing is, you have to make adjustments. Like it says under my name, and I keep it like that for my channel. Don't make excuses. Make adjustments. Make adjustments. You spend money on everything else trying to make yourself feel good. You buy a new car, you get more in debt. You buy a bigger house, get more in debt. You buy your girlfriend a bigger ring, and she still ain't happy. You ain't happy. Stop spending your money on things that don't make you happy, and start spending your money on things that will help you heal yourself. Don't make excuses, make adjustments. You have so many more options than you actually believe. Trust me, I am telling you the truth. You got way more options than you know.
Mm-hmm. Guys, this is living proof. Russ started off in Dominican Republic. He's now in Thailand. Happy. Mm-hmm. I wish the old channel still would have been up so you could just see the difference.
I wish too, man. I messed up.
Just the difference. It's like going up the scale of a rainbow, just going from gray to like this bright yellow sun. So, what the last 6 years for you, what was the best decision you have made as a veteran?
Best one, it was actually leave the United States. That was one of the best ones. But also, when I got overseas, I still wanted to get help. I still wanted to fight my depression because I realized that, with all that beautiful sun, the beaches, everything, if I don't have the strength to get out of bed to just walk outside, that it is not doing me any good. So I made up my mind to make sure that I still went and got the services that I am entitled to as a vet. And that helped me with my healing process. That helped me with, actually taking that leap of faith and moving overseas, and also giving me other resources and able to link up with other people. Because when you go to the clinics, a lot of times, man, you got cats that you didn't even know down there, and you wind up sitting at there. People are always generally friendly, man. People are always saying, what's up, how you doing? And and then you just start talking, man, and you create friendships that with people that you just met, hour ago. Then you have, friendships that, you know people all your life, and you still got them kind of like, I need to watch this dude. So it's a whole different experience, man. And I think that's sometimes what we need. We need to interrupt um, those bad feelings. We need to interrupt those bad thoughts. A lot of times in psychology, they'll tell you, man, if you're having bad thoughts, do something to totally interrupt that space, to totally interrupt those thoughts. And you'd be surprised, man, and concentrate on that interruption, and you'd be surprised how that other moment may pass you by. So, like I said, you got cats who are opening up um, opportunities for you to not just go overseas, but also create that space where you can also still get your veteran benefits, as well as provide services and creating community and commodity with other vets.
Mhm. Amen to that. Listen, guys, keep it simple. Don't make excuses. Make adjustments. So you were just talking to two people who had probably some of the best jobs you could have while living in the States, and they
I did.
put their mental health above all of that. Their mental health above the six figures, above the cars, above the nice neighborhoods, above the different tax brackets. Because listen, you can't take that stuff with you, especially if you're depressed, especially if you're suicidal, especially if you're not happy, you're just doing robotic movements. Take care of yourself, veterans, whether it's mentally, physically, take care of yourself, right? You've
Amen.
done the hard part already. Why not see what's there for you overseas? You have, yeah, you have people in basically every continent, really. You got me in South America, Russ in Asia, Alan in Dominican Republic, in the Caribbean. So I hope this video tonight reaches some of you, and you don't have to be 100%. You don't have to be 50%. You don't have to be 80. Right? Just get the ball rolling for yourself. Make that adjustment,
Amen.
and along the way, you're gonna make some great friends. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna have some great experiences. You're gonna be in better weather. Your dollar's gonna go further. The food's gonna be better, healthier, and you deserve that. Any veteran out there, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, male, female, whatever you identify as, go get what you deserve and live happily.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. So, Russ, I'm gonna
That's
let you go to sleep. I'm gonna let you go to sleep. So, any closing thoughts?
it's morning time. I ain't going to sleep. I'm about to get up and start my day. I'm about to do that 5 mile walk. That's what I'm about to
All
do.
right.
I appreciate you getting me up this
Hey,
morning.
you meant to that. I'm glad I could help you out. But thank you for coming on. We'll definitely see you on the
Absolutely.
next live. Listen, veterans, if you need basically a how-to or just start up, make sure you guys go subscribe and watch Tailor Made Dreams. Start off from last year, 2 years ago, and just see the journey, right? The lessons, the success stories, the failures, and then hopefully that'll motivate you to go get your passport and start your own journey the right way.
Amen.
So definitely,
Amen.
guys.
And you know what I was thinking about this morning, man? I was thinking about this whole journey of starting over. And I had, for those who don't know, my story, I had two children, but I lost both of my children due to illnesses, medical illnesses. And I was thinking, man, that I did not want my line of legacy to die with me. I know how the people before me, the bloodline that I carry within me, man, have struggled to fight to keep the legacy alive, and it was so important to me. And a lot of y'all know my story, man. I had a beautiful daughter overseas, and my daughter was no accident. She was planned from the beginning. And just if I did not take that opportunity to move overseas, my legacy would have ended. My legacy would have ended. And so, I'm so thankful to have my daughter. I'm so thankful that my line of legacy and succession has not ended. I'm so thankful, man, that I gave myself the opportunity to at least venture out and see what can go wrong. What's out there that I can't handle. And and I just got to a point, man. I could not make excuses. I just made the adjustments that I need to do. And I had a situation in DR that where I got robbed, and the situation was not good. But it's still at neither time before then, since then, that I thought about moving back to the States. I made the adjustment. I moved over here to Thailand. And I see sometimes, God got a blessing, man, and sometimes you got to take a hit with the blessing, but it has been a blessing, me making that adjustment. But at no time did I ever think about moving back to the States. And it's been a great journey, and I wish people would give themselves that opportunity. Like I said, man, just know you have more options. Know that greater things are waiting for you if you give yourself the chance. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself the opportunity. Just give yourself that chance, man. Stop making those excuses and start making those adjustments to do what you need to do.
And the best thing you could have done is document that whole journey. Yeah. Document that entire journey. Is going to be there for your daughter to see, or any more future children. Is going to be there for anyone who could have had a day like you. Like, you know what? Looked at the cubicle, decided that's not it. Got on YouTube and they saw your story. So it's definitely inspiring. Like, a few people said earlier tonight, you are the Moses of this. Definitely are the Moses of this. Drew G says, Russ, when you have the time, please interview Tony Braxton.
Yeah, she's working on a cruise line right now. When she gets off she like you have to sign a contract for X amount of time. Yeah, but that's already done. I'm just waiting for her to finish up. Yeah, that's already done.
Perfect. That is locked in. Make sure you guys turn on the notification bells for both channels, TaylorMade Dreams TV, ChopperBot TV, Veteran Expats. Listen, our information is out there. If you guys need any consultations, just hit us up. There's no excuses. Make your adjustments, get treated. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for watching, and good night.
Namaste.